Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 148 of the Holding Court podcast. Today, we're talking about a viral home run ball at a recent game, our trip to Atlanta, and a little surprise that I cooked up for Justin. All coming up right now on Holding Court.
Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome to the podcast.
Snuck in.
2 weeks in a row. It's big for you. Maybe three. 3 weeks?
Only guest that matters.
Getting desperate. We have to talk about week 1 of fantasy football right out the gate.
Nice.
We're not wasting any time.
Someone had a good week.
No, I had a terrible week. I made a bad choice with my quarterback selection in one league. I opted to start the quarterback that I drafted not first overall, first as my quarterback spot, Bo Nix. And I don't know, I have these moments, not just in fantasy, but in life, these premonitions. If I think about something for more than, if I automatically think about something longer than I should, it always bites me, or it's something that's going to happen. If I'll think like, oh, I should pack this just in case. Like if I have a thought, it's going to happen. I really looked at Justin Fields on my bench for a very long time. And he is my backup. I didn't even know this happened until I looked at it in both of my leagues. And I looked at him for a half a second longer than I thought, and I misjudged. And had I done that, the outcome could have been vastly different for me. But it's week 1. You take it, you get the whole picture, you see where you stand, you start to look at other players emerging, the waiver wire situations. But basically, 0 for 2, week 1. I know how you feel now in fantasy, typically.
Did you drop Bo, though? Or do you still have him?
I didn't drop him, and I'm not going to lie to you. I might give him one more week. I don't know. I have to think about it.
In the Cubs fantasy league.
You don't want a knee-jerk reaction. Did he get dropped already?
In the Cubs fantasy league, Bo Nix was a 6th-round pick, and he was already put on the waiver wire.
See, I think I'm going to, I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think I'm going to stick with him. I don't know. We'll see.
You don't make your lineup until like early Sunday morning. So
yeah, but you also can't have a knee jerk in the, like, I think there's so many girls in the wives league that someone has a bad week 1 and they're immediately just want to exile them and drop their team and drop them off their team. Sometimes you have to wait and see. Just think about it in sports. Like first game.
Yeah. Not
Not everyone's going to blow you away the first game. There's expectations are high. It's a new team. A lot of times new coaches, a whole different thing. So I don't know. I'm calm behind the keyboard and deciding what to do. But I will say my team name had a knee-jerk reaction because it was Bo Knows. And then I changed it to Bo Knows something else. But it's okay.
Bo knows how to lose?
No. Again, I have an understanding of these guys. I understand it's very difficult. I'm not one of those like unhinged. I'm not going to find them on Twitter and yell at them for their performance or anything like that. But interesting week 1. How did it go on your side of the table?
Well, we had the same sentiment from our club on the Cubs team.
From our club.
We had some fellas that severely underperformed.
Okay. It happens.
AJ Brown, Tracy, just didn't play well. And, you can say we mismanaged it. We had Javonte Williams and Aaron Jones on our bench.
Williams, didn't he have?
That was 45 points. Yeah. That was 45 points on our bench. And I don't think it would have mattered. We lost by about 58 points. So, but no, we said the same thing. It's week 1. Don't panic. Trust your guys, see if they have a bounce back week, and then we'll make a decision from there. So we're riding out our guys. In your league, I dominated. That team's really good.
Yeah.
And my third
I didn't break
league,
100 in that one, and it's a 10-team league, so let that just
my third league's a
simmer.
survivor league, and I survived. So that's all that matters.
Oh, my survivor picks, I was 5 for 5, and you were 5 for 5. So the Turners started out very strong in the survivor league.
Rare.
I know.
Usually we're scrambling Monday night and buying more.
Yeah, I didn't buy in. I did not rebuy. Yeah. I just held strong with my 5 picks, so I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I won last year, which I don't know how.
Let's go.
I literally don't know how. It will not happen again. That was a fluke situation, but we'll ride it as long as we can. I did have this idea, I don't know if I've talked about it here before, of allowing each team to have one player that's on their bench sub in hypothetically to their lineup. So if you had a guy, I know you combined for 45, it wouldn't have been enough. So you wouldn't have used it this week. And you have to use it in that week that it happens. You can't look back on your season and say, okay, in week 5, let me tweak that. And you would get one little mulligan situation.
You only get one for the whole season.
Yeah. So it'd be, let's say, I don't know, like Derrick Henry gets 40 points and there's a week you lost by 38. Like, would you declare, okay, this is the week that I'm going to use
anytime you can get a
switch.
win.
Yeah. I think
doesn't matter if it's week 1 or.
Yeah. I think you just take it no matter what. Right. Yeah, for sure. I agree. I guess like head to head, it would matter if you have a league where you have divisions.
That kind of defeats it though, because part of it is like the managing.
I know.
And like making the choices.
I know.
And it's like, who do I start? Who do I sit? And if you have that like
safety net,
that safety card where you can switch, then
I agree.
But
so many people talk about their bench and they always say, oh, if I would have played this guy, I would have won. There's so much talk about
that's the point.
Your bench. So it's interesting. Okay. We got to move on because the people that don't play fantasy football are going to be sick of us by week 14.
What's wrong with you people?
Everyone needs furniture. Not everyone needs it forever. Kourt offers furniture rental services that meet you where you're at and give you what you need when you need it. Whether you've got a new job or moving to a new city or across town, or just need furniture that adapts to you and fast, Kourt offers you flexibility, quality, and convenience no matter where life takes you. Simply select one of Kourt's move-in ready packages, give them a few details about your space, and their experts will do the rest. Kourt has a large inventory of high quality and stylish furniture that allow you to feel at home quickly and on your terms. And if you want help, Kourt's expert delivery team is ready to make your move as easy as possible. For furniture that fits your needs, choose Kourt Furniture Rental. Well, I want to talk a little about our Atlanta trip. It was a quick road trip there. And I think even you were surprised. You were saying, oh my gosh, we come back Wednesday. We don't stay. We don't go somewhere else. It's a shocker.
I think I'm more surprised that
we leave
our
again.
homestand is only 3 games.
I know. And then
we're back on the road.
I know. It's going by really fast. Middle of September really came at you.
Right.
But we had a chance to do some fun things in Atlanta, even though, I don't know. We went to World of Coca-Cola. What is it called?
Yeah, it's like the museum.
And when we went over to visit the Woods, Alex and Sue's, she said, oh, that was fun. I think I went there when I was 12. But I actually thought it was really well done. And it's not one of those, because Coca-Cola's headquartered in Atlanta. It's not one of those museums where, it's kind of a museum, right? Like an experience, I guess. You can be in and out.
It's definitely a museum. I think with all the photos and branding and marketing and memorabilia that's everywhere, it's definitely a museum. I think what's neat about it is it's like so different. Like different aspects and different things, the smelling, the tasting, the new room. What was the new one that basically you felt like you were in the city that we went
Stories.
in? Oh, Stories is their new exhibit.
Their intro video really got you. It was as if you were watching an emotional Super Bowl commercial, the Coca-Cola one or the Budweiser one combined. It was a 6-minute video. Yeah. That got me kind of hyped up.
Think about the Budweiser lab and the horses combined with the military mom or dad coming home, surprising their family combined. It was like an 8-minute almost tearjerker.
Yeah, it was good. It was. So basically I got tickets on Groupon because why would I pay full price? If you know, still doing the Groupon. And you get there and they kind of corral you in a room and then you all go in this theater and you watch the movie and then the theater doors open and you walk out and you have like 5 different experiences you can go. Right. And there's one room. Well, we met the the polar bear.
The polar bear.
Not Clark. Like
I think Bo thought it was Clark, though.
No. Bo, please. Bo did not think that was Clark. And no disrespect. I love all mascots, but that thing was creepy. I don't know where the inside person's visuals were.
I don't know if there was a person. It might have been like a robot.
You think?
Did you see it
Someone
walk
asked
out?
that.
Did you see it walk out?
It was like had a rough night the night before.
And there were no eyes. The eyes were like robotic.
But the eyes were creepy.
And the neck was like 4 feet long.
Yeah, it was like whoever constructed the body type.
I don't think there was a person there.
I feel like there was because it kind of like drug its feet out. I don't know. I need to post this photo. It was Of course, we took photos with it,
right?
And bought them because why wouldn't we? But it was creepy. I'm not gonna lie, it was creepy. And then we went into the tasting room where you get a cup and you go around and they have all the Coke machine, the fountain machines, and it says the country and the name of the drink. So they have all the North American ones. They had one from the Dominican that was really good. There was ones from all over the world. And I will say we had a bit of a sugar rush after. I
had a headache.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Man.
It's a lot of sugar and food coloring and all of that.
We don't drink a lot of soda, so
no.
Like that. Obviously, you want to go around and you're like trying to like just get a little bit. And
I know I would just barely touch. The second it clicked, I pulled back, and then you have to kind of finish it to try the next one.
But I think
it was a lot.
The way I compared it was like, oh, no wonder people get so banged up in like Napa wine tasting.
Oh yeah, because you want to try them all.
Oh, I had a few sips of 6 different flavors.
Do you think we mixed?
Oh,
we mixed. It was like we did like beer and liquor and all that together.
I guess. I don't know what it was, but.
Well, also I thought back to in the original welcome, you get the glass of the classic Coca-Cola and then their new one that they haven't come out with yet or something. And so those were 2. So we had a lot.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was just doing sips, but it adds up. I don't know.
Yeah. It was cool though.
It was cool.
I
enjoyed it. The store was insane.
The store was great.
I love a merch
we got some
situation,
swag.
But it was really cool. Get your Groupon on and go.
You might see me on Fashion Friday wearing my
Coca-Cola.
chocolate brown Coca-Cola
I know.
hoodie.
It was a good color.
So.
And a visit to Atlanta over Georgia and Florida is not complete without a stop at a grocery store to get lunch.
Yeah.
Where are you at on the Publix sub? For those of you that are not familiar, I don't know. I think regionally everyone has their restaurants that they defend, right? California, you defend In-N-Out. Texas is Whataburger.
Right.
Indiana, what do we defend? Shake Shack? No, not Shake Shack. White Castle, Steak and Shake.
Yeah,
Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
Not Shake Shack.
Long John Silver.
I'll defend Long John Silver's until the day that I die. Please, if that was an insult. This is not the place. But yeah, so Publix is
Shoop's, Indiana Shoop's.
Oh yeah, shout out Shoop's.
Yeah.
Publix is a grocery store primarily in the Southeast. I think it goes up to like North Carolina, Tennessee.
Right.
And they have a deli in there that makes subs, and they are elite. And I don't know if anyone really argues against it, but it's kind of a must do. Like you go to Florida, you go to Miami, you're going out on a boat, like pick up a pub sub, bring it out. It will save your life. It will be great. But we went down there and our nanny was with us and she'd never had one. And I love introducing her to the finer things in life of grocery store subs. You know, you got to let her in on the secret since she had never been. And we went by one day and tried it. And sometimes I feel like when you introduce something to someone, they're being kind and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Yeah, because you hype it so much.
I know.
And they feel like they have to like,
and so I'm saying,
it. Yeah.
I'm saying like, be honest. Like, is it really good? She's like, no, it's insane. It's insane. And so the next day we were about to fly out and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take Justin to the field. Like, do you want lunch?
I didn't get the pub sub the first day.
No, you didn't get to have it.
So I was craving it because you guys had it.
Yeah. But you were in the lineup and you were like, I need some like you know, I got to fuel my
Right.
my play tonight with a pub sub. And so I was going to take you to the park and swing through the grocery store and get one. And what did you go with?
I did an Italian and toasted, no cheese. Lettuce, tomato, banana pepper, some pickles, black olive. Mayo.
The garlic pickles.
Spicy mustard.
Are next level.
I got to say, I knew it was good. I was already a fan.
Have you had them in like when you were, I guess you were in Florida for minor leagues or something?
Yeah, and spring training.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've had them, and I mean, I always liked them, but this one I think solidified the pub sub as like number one.
What? No, over Potbelly?
Over Potbelly.
What?
Yeah. It was just
and Jersey Mike's?
And you know what?
Wow.
But I think this is the separator.
Wow.
And maybe some people wouldn't like this, but I actually loved it. Like the lady that made our sub, and I wish I could remember her name. She took her time and like put everything on there so carefully and so well placed and well thought out. And I mean, it was like she was making the sandwich for herself. That's how much pride she took in making it.
Yeah.
And I think that put it even more over the top for me. Instead of just firing a bunch of stuff on there sloppy. I know Jersey Mike's does a good job. And
Jersey Mike's, I do feel
neat,
like they.
But like, I appreciated the attention to detail that she put into my sandwich. And when I got to the field and I opened it up, I knew how hard she worked on that sandwich, and it tasted phenomenal. I wanted to go back and get another half because I only did a half.
And you like had an RBI double, and I just know that fueled you around the bases.
Yes,
you were moving. You were
pub sub. The pub sub. Oh,
so I do remember a time many decades ago where Subway, their name tags on their polo said "sandwich artist."
Yeah,
and there was a pride in constructing the sandwich for the customer. And I think we've fallen a little away from that. In a lot of places.
Subway just doesn't
and
put anything on the sandwich.
Yeah, Subway,
that's the problem.
You get, I think, 5 slices of turkey or something.
And,
then you do double meat.
You feel like you're eating all bread.
Yeah, I agree. This one did they used the boar's head deli meat, which is incredible. And yeah, I just think there's a lot of restaurants where it's a lot of times you'll be somewhere and there's no line behind you and they're still just
trying to
slanging it on there. And I respected her construction of your sandwich and her attention to detail, and it was beautiful and it was tasty, but will forever have Potbelly as number one.
So full disclosure, we had Potbelly about an hour ago for lunch.
I can't stop.
And Kourt was at home with Bo, and I ran up to Potbelly and got it made. And literally, again, like, I guess you can appreciate it if you're in a rush, but they made the sandwiches in a minute and a half, 2 sandwiches. It was insane. It was so fast. Mm-hmm. Like, she asked what toppings I wanted. I told her, and then she was handing me a bag. Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, the sandwich was great.
Yeah. I get it, but it felt like a warm hug when you were eating your pub sub.
I enjoy it, but the pub sub I think is a level up.
Okay.
Yep.
Kourtney did the viral chicken tender, the buffalo chicken tender one. They also have a hot honey one. So they actually take the chicken tenders off their hot bar and chop it up and put it in a bag.
We got to watch this whole
process.
Put
the buffalo sauce in there, shake it up. The amount of chicken tenders that were on this sub was crazy, unbelievable, and she loved it.
I don't even know how she ate it. Like, it was.
I know. It was falling out. She needed a fork, honestly,
it was like,
when she opened it up.
So stuffed, but like so presentable.
Yeah, it was stunning. Yeah. I wanted to reach over the glass. I know you're not supposed to breach that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get a photo of it. I really did.
Yeah. If you're in the Florida, Georgia
line
Carolinas,
area, get you a pub sub.
Gotta go get a pub sub.
Let me know what you like. I'm an Italian girl. Or at Potbelly, I do turkey avocado, because why not? Gotta
I
keep
get
it healthy.
Italian pretty much everywhere I go.
It's too good. It's too good. Well, we have to talk about this foul ball. No, not even a foul ball. It was a home run ball in the Phillies Marlins game. It went pretty viral. I know we're probably talking about it on like the tail end of it. Everyone's probably seen the memes, but if you haven't, there was a home run ball that was hit, landed on the ground, to my knowledge, that I watched the video.
It was not caught.
And kind of pinballed under a seat, picked up by a dad, walked back over, handed to his son. You would think that was that. Great souvenir. Have a day. But then a woman stormed over and grabbed the dad's arm. And
the dad bowed up.
He honestly, it was like he saw a ghost. That grab of his arm, he was not expecting that. And whatever she said and yapped to him, they were going back and forth a little bit. And then he said to his son, okay, give her the ball if it means that much to you. Whatever. I'm making this up. Give it to her. And then she walks away. And then I saw video after where it looks like she's flipping off the crowd around her because they're booing her.
She was getting into it with a bunch of other people.
Yeah. And then Marlin staff came over and brought, a bag of goodies for the kid. And then eventually post game, some of the Phillies guys invited the family down and met them.
I think Harrison Bader was.
Yeah. And gave him a bat or something. He hit the
homer.
Yeah. Gave him an experience after the game.
They got all kinds of stuff actually.
Yeah.
Like the dad and the kid made out like bandits.
Yeah. But
it should have never happened.
What are the thoughts?
Like, you just...
Finders keepers?
I mean,
I'm assuming what she was saying, but I'm assuming her argument was that ball landed right in front of me. I was grabbing it. It landed at my seat, blah, 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 blah. I've had a ball land, hit my back behind my chair, go in the crevice behind my crevice, and I had a grown ass man
reach into your crevice?
Practically, in my crevice of my chair. And when he grabbed the ball up so aggressively, he like played the xylophone up my spine. It was like, and like, it actually freaking hurt. And then he was like, got it. And I was like, are you joking? I don't want the ball. I don't care. Like
right.
I didn't want it. I wasn't going for it, but it is a little wild out there. And I know you're in the game and you don't witness a lot of it, but it is actually, I'm less concerned about a ball hitting me than grown ass men doing bodies, a dog pile on top of my seating area to get a foul ball.
Yeah.
And I get it, the excitement of it. And I think when you're looking up at the ball, people are so locked in and they're not aware of what's transpiring around them. And it could be a bunch of people just kind of congregating together and then they all go for it. And that's when it becomes like the chaos. But it is insane. And I don't know what I don't know. Someone said she was a principal and she ended up losing her job. And I don't know any truth of all that. So I won't speak to that. But it's wild. And I'm not against adults bringing the glove. People always say, oh, don't bring a glove. You're an adult. Like baseball brings out the kid in everybody, in my opinion. So if you're an adult and you want to try to get a baseball and maybe you have a kid at home that you're trying to get it for, I get that. In this situation though, you didn't come up with the ball. So unfortunately, It's not yours. And I mean, the dad is a better person than I am. I would have probably been like, you're going to have to pry it out of my hands. But
I think those would have been your exact words.
No, I don't think I would have given it up. It actually worked out for them. But, and I think his son probably learned a lesson in the situation, but it is wild. It is wild. And same with like autograph situations. Like I get the adults are fans too. Again, like I am an adult fan of the game, but I do think priority should go to the kids in the situations. I've seen, coming out of hotels we come home from like a late dinner and there's adults out there with their kids and it's way past anyone's bedtime. It's past our bedtime. It's just like, whoa, okay. Like what's happening here? I get it. Like there's a excitement and like a desire to get balls and autographs and all of this, but it's just, there needs to be some like unwritten rules or like something there to to figure this out because it's kind of crazy.
Well, I think it just goes into kind of everything. There's entitlement, right? Like, I think there's a sense of entitlement now that everyone who comes to the game deserves everyone's autograph, attention, ball, batting gloves, whatever they ask for, they should get. And it's just when you get like bombarded with like, can I get your batting gloves? Can I get your bat? Can I get your glove? Can I get your hat? Can I get like it just becomes like a disingenuine moment where like there's plenty of times where you see a kid who is decked out in gear and you can just tell he's just so excited to be there and be close to the field, and he's in awe that he is looking up and is arm's distance away from a major league player, and you hand that kid a pair of batting gloves without him ever asking, is just a completely different like operation and feeling than when you have the kids that just feel entitled. Like, oh, I'm here. I need to have something.
What can you give me? Yeah.
Like, what? Give me anything. Like, and it's like, well, I mean, that's not.
That's why I always think the interactions where fans just want to ask you a question or say, I just want to shake your hand.
Right.
I'm a big fan of yours. I've watched you since, XYZ days.
Right.
And then there's a lot of times where you'll notice I'll say, do you want to ask if he wants to get a photo? And you're like, I know, I think some fans just genuinely, like, it means a lot to just say hello and meet someone. And there's sometimes you're like, do you want to get a photo? Because I think there is that, that person doesn't want to overstep and they respect your time if we're out to dinner or we're somewhere.
Right.
And then when you ask for, if you don't mind, and then they're obviously, happy to have it, but they understand and they respect that.
So going back to this home run.
Let's do it.
Like, you're not entitled to the ball just because it landed close to you.
That's for sure.
It's
the one was in my crack and it wasn't mine.
It'd been one thing if she reached down on the ground and she had the ball in her hand and this dad ran over and ripped it out of her hands, which we've all seen that happen before. Like, guys go and rip it out of someone's hand or rip it out of a little kid's hand, which is terrible. But once the ball hits the ground and it's bouncing around, like, it's fair game. Whoever runs over to grab it, grabs it. And like, it's like that commercial with the old fisherman. He's like, oh, too slow. You know what I mean? You almost had it. Like, that's just the nature of the beast. Like, that's what it is. Like, you don't just because it's close to you doesn't mean it's yours. Like,
right.
Everyone has a fair shot at it. I understand what you're saying about grown men diving all over the place. We see that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I also think that's crazy. Like, it's just a ball. I mean, I guess it's not to these fans. It's easy for me to say, right? Like, I'm on the field every day with hundreds of baseballs, and it's like, oh, it's just a ball. Like, this might be this fan's one opportunity ever to go home with a baseball, which, like, to your like adults bringing gloves to the game, like, I have nothing against that. I think that's awesome. Like, bring your glove, try to get a ball. That's great.
Yeah.
But like, trying to get a ball, catching a ball, and then feeling like you deserve a ball because it landed close to you is completely different things.
I think when you say it's just a baseball, you mean that in the sense of like, it's not worth people getting trampled over. Like, obviously the meaning of catching a foul ball at a game, which I think once it bounces, like, not gonna lie, kind of loses a lot of the luster in my opinion. Like, I'm going to grab one at a game.
Bigger cheer if you catch it.
Yeah. If I make like the big, like, close my eyes grab and I come up with it, wow. But like, if that thing like bounces around, like rolls through some peanut dust and then I pick it up, like, I don't know if I'm like gonna end up on ESPN or like anyone's gonna celebrate me, but I do love the big cheer in the stadium when someone makes a really good catch.
Yeah,
do you guys
really
pick
cool.
up on that in the field?
Yeah.
And it's like, like, you got to get excited for it, but I don't know, it's just wild sometimes. I get it though. I get it. I mean, I get it in the sense of like the hype of catching a ball, but I don't get the unhinged behavior.
Well, and then that's the even further part is to like go out of your way to walk all the way over there, act unhinged to a dad and a child, like, who has the ball. Like,
no, I agree.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I think that every foul ball, whether you make a great catch or not, should at some point end up in some kid's hands. Like, what's an adult going to do going home with a foul ball? What are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
Honestly.
I still hope to catch one day.
I guess a foul ball is a little different than a home run ball, right? Home run ball. I guess statistically has some meaning. You can't get it authenticated or verify or do anything. Obviously, you'll have a story to tell. I guess you have a story to tell for a foul ball too, but
they have a story to tell about this one.
They should end up in a kid's mitt or hand anyway as a souvenir.
I will say one time in Pittsburgh, I was sitting kind of close down by the dugout, and you threw a ball up to me, and I think it was the first time you've done that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I was admiring it. My sister was with me. And this little kid walks down right as I'm having this beautiful moment of like the first time I've got a ball during a game. And he said, Miss Turner, may I have that ball? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get to go home with my first ball from a game. And I said, do you mind if I just take a couple photos with it? And he was like, yep, I'll wait. And he just goes back to his seat. And I think I had a minute with it to take all my photos, and then I gave it to him. Was that when
I wasn't like Corey's dad sitting there, or someone was sitting there, and like I tossed it to you and they reached over and caught it instead of letting you catch it?
Oh, maybe.
And I was like, what? Yes. I'm like, what? Like,
it happened with
it wasn't like trying to like steal it from you. It was like I tossed it up to you, and it was like, I'm protecting you. Like,
yeah, and
I think it was like Corey's dad.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you can have it, but I had to part with it, and it made me sad. But he was so polite and so sweet, and so yeah, every baseball,
Mrs. Turner.
It was like, Miss Turner, may I have that ball? But like you said, every baseball should end up in the hands
of a child. Cue the slow music. What's the
end scene? No, literally the tiny violin.
Yeah.
Moving on to something I am so relieved to be talking about, because my anxiety is gone. Your surprise party that I pulled off.
You did?
Pulled one off for your 30th. Said I would never do it again. They're too stressful. And like threatening your friends is a lot of work to do. But for your 15 years, which it's funny because I think 2 episodes ago we talked about how I forgot about it and did nothing for it. But look at me now. Your 15 years in baseball, Major League Baseball, we celebrated your 15. And I picked a day on the calendar, which it's kind of tricky now, finding, because your guys' schedule, the day games to the night games to the off days. So settled on a good one last week and sent the invites out to the ladies of the players and told them to keep it a secret, and said, if your husband is bad at secrets, don't tell them until you're in the car going to the surprise party. Because I don't know, I always just have this thought that someone's going to say, hey, you know, what time are we going over to your house? Or I don't know, are going to slip up. But I think I sent the invite out maybe 3 weeks before and booked Hibachi to come for food and booked a trivia host to come and do trivia. Football was on. I think it was the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Second game?
Chargers.
No,
Chiefs.
second game, right?
Second game.
Yeah, second game. And the only dilemma was I had the party. So the game was at 1:20, had the party starting at 6. And my dilemma was, how am I going, because I had it at our house, how am I going to keep Justin away from the house for that hour plus? And do you want to say what the kicker is of why you would get home faster? Because normally Friday traffic after the 1:20 game, I can sometimes get to the field in 15 minutes.
You're going to say the kicker.
No, you got to say the kicker. But normally it can get to the game regular day 15 minutes. But coming home in Friday traffic after the Cubs game, plus adding rush hour, it's taken me up to an hour.
Yeah.
Full disclosure. And you came up with a solution for your traffic woes here in the Windy City, sir. And you happened to have it delivered the day before a party where I would like to keep you away from the house for as long as possible.
Oh, so now you want me to tell? Okay.
I teed you up beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big T. No, I've been saying all year long that how obviously we love it here. The one bad thing is the traffic on the weekends, getting back home. It takes an hour to get back every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so I was like, I'm going to get a scooter. I'm going to get a scooter. And I actually limed to the field about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, just to like test out my theory. And it took me like 18 minutes to get to the field on a lime. And I was like, this is awesome. The only downside of that was I had to park the lime like 2 blocks away from Wrigley because there's no parking.
Oh, it's a
zones,
no park. Yeah,
right?
yeah. Those are the worst.
So otherwise I would just take a lime every day. There's limes all the way or everywhere around here. So I was like, I'm going to get a scooter. It's going to be so much easier on the weekend. I'm going to get home so much faster. And finally, my scooter came in. And so this Friday, I was so pumped. I'm like, yes, getting up, taking my scooter in. I'm taking my scooter home. I'm going to save myself an hour of driving.
Yeah.
Did not know there was a surprise planned.
No.
So
the unfortunate timing of the scooter's arrival.
After the game, Kourtney pulled out all the stops trying to delay me. And I'll let her go through some of these. So
I reached out to Jim with the Cubs, who is amazing, and we love him, and met him in Tokyo. He's been great. And I said, I need your help. And I think this can be a mutually beneficial situation for the Chicago Cubs. I said, I need you to keep Justin at the field till at least with this new VMAX. What is it called? The VMAX?
The VMAX, yeah.
With the new VMAX, I'm going to need him there until at least 5:40 to be in a good spot. And he says, okay, I have a few ideas. Let me think about it. And I said, well, why don't we also, like Justin would love to help promote some of the Cubs charities events that are coming up. They have their race to Wrigley in 2 weeks. So he could maybe record a video about that. If there's any social content, anything, I think we have a military event coming up. So if you want to knock that out, he might think it's a little weird that you're asking him to do this post game, but there were a bunch of day games in a row. So obviously, like by the time you get to the field in the morning, you kind of start your routine on a day game.
No, he actually texted me and he goes, oh, our production team's a little jammed up this morning. So I know it's weird, but we're going to have to do it after the game. And I was like,
I love that.
I was like, what in the world could they be doing?
Here's the problem when it's stuff like when it's stuff like this, I give people answers. Like with Karina here, I was like, okay, if Justin sees, because she was doing balloons for the Cubs baby shower, or the bridal and the baby shower that we did last week, and it happened to be the day after. Plus the timing of this. Honestly, it was terrible that it was 11 a.m. the day after the surprise. But it was wonderful because when the cups showed up at the house or the balloons, or she was building the balloon arch in the basement, I said, just say it's for the party, like the shower. He's not going to know the color theme. And she's like, well, I'm doing pink and like a blush pink and tan for the bridal shower. And his colors are fall colors. And I said, okay, well, just say that since it's bridal and baby, that we're doing fall in love for one theme. And then we're doing babies in bloom for the other theme, and it'll be great. I think of all.
You know, I actually went downstairs to I was going to help her.
Yeah, there was a panic text that she sent me.
And I was like, Kourtney, you need any help? And the door was shut. Because I was going to help her blow up balloons for the baby shower arch or whatever. Because, I mean, there's thousands of balloons that she does, insane. And it's the little machine. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm not doing anything. I can just blow up some balloons and tie them for you.
Yeah.
But the door was shut. And I was like, Karina, you need any help? I can blow up some balloons. And she didn't say anything. So I was like,
she probably,
all right, I guess she's good. And I turned around and I went right back upstairs.
Yeah. She was like, Justin came down. I think he saw the balloon. I was like, well, he knows the balloon, you're doing the balloon arch. And you were actually excited for her to do the arch for the Cubs. Yeah. She was so stoked.
Yeah.
And so that was one thing. And then I kept telling you, okay, we have this little back patio, and I was going to have, obviously we're going to do hibachi out there, and then there's TV, guys are going to watch football, all that, but it needed to be power washed. And so you booked the power washer because I was like, oh, it's we're going to start to watch football back here. Yep. And, obviously want it to be nice. So I was planting all these seeds kind of leading up to it, but trying not to do too much. And then our gem of a neighbor, Jeff, I asked him, hey, do you think, I know you guys normally, his son mows the yard, just like the best Midwest, and does it normally on Saturdays. I was like, do you think he could mow it, on Thursday? Because everyone's going to be eating out in the grass. And he's like, yeah, I'll figure something out. So he's out there the day before the party on his hands and knees, like pulling weeds, cleaning up the yard. I'm thinking, Justin's really going to think something is going on. But I just kept saying like, oh, the fall weather, we're going to watch football out here. Like obviously. And I think Kourtney even made a note of, oh, the dogs, like they go to the bathroom and I can't see them because like some of the bushes are overgrown and they kind of go in the bushes. So everyone was kind of dropping little hints about the yard and doing all these little maintenance things.
I didn't think much of the stuff because I literally was like, I'm going to need to pick a day this week to go in the backyard and like clean some of this stuff up. Like some of it's getting overgrown. Like I need to do it.
Yeah.
And then when you were like, oh, Jeff came over and he took care of it, I was like, oh, sweet. Like I don't have to do it.
I know. I was thinking like there were just too many.
Yeah. I didn't think that you were doing it for a reason. I was just like, oh, sweet. Like I'm off the hook.
Yeah.
I don't have to garden for 3 hours.
I think when you're doing something like this, you just think that everything looks suspect. Like,
looking back, yes, everything.
Because even this is where I thought I lost you. The power washer did the front steps, but they're these little side steps that go along the front of the house. And he didn't do those, but it also started raining really hard. So I don't know if he left and was going to come back and do that day. And you called and checked in and I was like, oh, he did the front steps, but not the side. And you go, oh, I can do them tomorrow. Like as long as he did a good part, like we'll be good to go. And you hang up the phone. I'm like, what does he mean good to go? Good to go for what? He knows people are coming by. But you said you just meant, good to go for the world, like for life. Like we're ready.
There is a power washer in the garage. I was like, oh, I can go knock that out in like 20 minutes. Like don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, and I also think because I did the tequila bottles. Did we talk about this last week? I don't even know. We did. So like the Mandala did the surprise tequila bottles in your locker before or after the doubleheader win.
Yeah.
I think you thought like that was the thing. So it wasn't maybe on your radar anymore because it had already passed like weeks ago. So okay. So after the game, you call me and you say, hey, Jim needs me to do a couple things to shoot a couple what did you say, promos or do a couple line reads?
Do a couple line reads, yeah.
And I was like, okay, sick, perfect. And then you're like, okay, Jim hasn't come down for a while. Like he's taking a while. I'm thinking like, yes, Jim, you got this. He comes down like what, 20 minutes later?
I mean, it was a good 25 minutes.
I love that. I said stall as long as possible because the game was going by. There was a ton of offense in the beginning, and I thought this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. Give me all the offense. Give me lots of pitching changes, everything. Delay everything. And then it just started flying, and it was like it felt like, I don't know if it was, but it felt like it was like 3 up, 3 down, both sides, just the last 5 innings. So
no, it was
but it was a few. Wasn't it 10-5 or something? It was a big high scoring game, but
it flew at the back end.
Yeah, it started going. I was like, oh gosh, here we go. So he has you go. He goes, good thing is I have him. He's still in full uniform, so this is good. He's gonna still have to change out of his uniform. I thought, okay, perfect. So that buys me some time.
Well, I didn't want to change because I was like, oh, I got to read these lines. They're gonna want me in Cub stuff. So like, I just kept all my stuff on. I went in the cage and I was sitting in the cage because usually when we do anything for them, like reads or lines, we go in one of the suites.
Yeah,
they have lighting set up, and this was the next kicker. Was they're like, okay, we'll just do it right here in the cage, and we're going to film it on a cell phone. So they literally had like a little phone stand in the cage. I
thought it was going to be a production, how they did like the Father's Day photos in that one room.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so weird. Like, why are we doing this in the cage on a cell phone? I thought their production team was busy in the morning, so this is why we had to do it in the afternoon, but now there's no production team. So that was another flag that I just kind of ignored.
Yeah. And then I guess the wheels fell off, right?
So I did the reads for Jim and like the children's hospital event that we did and the veterans and race to Wrigley. And then they're like, okay, our social media team has this trend that they want to do. You got to sit down. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. So they start like telling this story, like a first person story about a friend of theirs that is in love with a guy, and then there's a brother, and they fall in love, and the brother leaves, and then they're engaged, and the guy cheat. Like, they're going on and on and on and on and on, telling this story, like, from their perspective, like it's their actual friend. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I mean, this is 10, 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I here? Like, where's the trend? Like, I don't understand what this TikTok is. Like, you guys are just...
What's this TikTok?
Going on and on and on about this girl. And, like, you said you're going to...
Wait, so are you team Conrad or are you team Jeremiah?
I said neither. I said she needs... I said...
So basically,
long story short, can you please just say what they were doing?
I didn't know that this was a trend. We actually read it in our Cubs book club last month, July, I think. The Summer I Turned Pretty. And it's a TV show now. It was a book. And there's this girl that is, torn between these two brothers. And they're very different. And I haven't watched the TV show. And obviously I stopped reading after the first book. But everyone, it's
There's
a big
3
thing.
books, right?
Yeah. And I think it's already on season 2 or I think this might be on season 3 now. I haven't watched any of it, but it's a big thing of which brother's side are you on. And so I think they duped you, but I didn't know it was a trend. And to be honest, I don't know if it is a trend. I don't know if they were just messing with you.
I don't know, but they basically explained
the entire book.
3 books. No, all 3 books.
I love this.
Like the whole plot, the twist, the family, the friends.
I love it.
Paris, everything.
I think that's a spoiler, but just cover your ears if you're...
Whatever. Spoiler, I sat here for 35 minutes and listened to this whole
You don't
breakdown.
even need to read it.
And
or
then
watch
they were like, so what do you think? And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean, what do I think? Like, this is, like, why are you even telling me this? Like, this
But you
is
weren't
insane.
mad?
No, I was just kind of like
I love
laughing,
that.
like,
You have more
what?
patience.
I was
would've
like,
felt...
what is this? I was like, if this is real, like, this girl should just say, screw both brothers. Like, if
or
you go,
screw both brothers. I don't know what she's done.
Forget both brothers. Like, whatever way you go, it's going to be a mess. And you're in the city that I can't say because I don't want it to be a spoiler. And like, just go find love there. Like, move on. And that was my advice.
I love that. I'm curious if they're going to use that and make it into a TikTok and say like what actually happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like why you were being held.
And then I'm like, are we done? And they're like, yeah, thanks. And I was like, what is going on?
Where am I?
And the funny thing was Jim was like, I thought Jim had left.
Lurking behind the corner.
He was like lurking.
No, he was
behind the
texting me
corner.
updates.
I'm like, why is Jim still here? Like, this is so weird.
Maybe he's a fan of the show.
Yeah. So anyways, that was, 40 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. But now I'm like eager to get home because I like want to come see Bo and whatever. So I go and I shower and and the dogs. I go and I shower and I'm getting ready to head out. And there's actually still a couple guys in the clubhouse. And I'm walking to go get my scooter, and Danny Mueller, our clubhouse guy.
I didn't know you were going to share this.
Yeah, I got to share this. He's like, apparently he knew about the party, obviously. Everybody knew. So he's like, I don't know if you didn't reach out to him and ask him to stall, but he's like.
I did not. Let the record show that I did not ask him to do this.
He took it upon himself to try to further delay me because I think there were still guys in the clubhouse that were supposed to be at the house.
Yep.
For the surprise. Mm-hmm. So he comes up to me. He's like, JT, I got this great idea. And the Cubs clubhouse, like our clubhouse is a circle. And then there's a hallway, like an outer circle that goes all the way around. He goes, let's see who can do the fastest lap around the clubhouse on your scooter. And I was like, Danny, this is a terrible idea. Like, we definitely shouldn't do this. And he's like, no, it's going to be great. We're all going to take a turn, and all of our other clubbies were right there. And I was like, all right, let's get it over with. I jump on the scooter. I do my lap, 24 seconds.
Yes, he doesn't even need to go at that point.
jump off the scooter. I'm like, all right, Danny, you're up. Here we go. So Danny's going, and we're like standing there waiting, anticipating him coming around the corner. And he comes around the last turn, and he catches like one of the inlet walls with his shoulder and freaking flips and flies, and like scooter goes crashing. He's on the ground, like grabbing his ribs, grabbing his ankle. I think he did break a rib.
Volkswagen.
I think he did break a Volkswagen.
We don't know.
Happy lookout.
Happy lookout.
So I think I actually think he might have a broken rib. His wrist was all bruised up. His ankle was all banged up. And we're like, oh my God, like, are you all right? What's going on? Like, I think the only thing that got him up was he was going to the Dua Lipa concert that night. So
I would have got up for that.
Yeah.
Would have been like, let's go.
But yeah.
He texted me and said, ask JT about how I put my body on the line for him. And I'm thinking, oh gosh, here we go. I thought maybe he just like gave you a scare out of the shower or something. I don't know.
No. So in his efforts to further delay me, he maybe broke a rib. And then I'm like, all right,
it's a sacrifice.
I'm out of here. I jump on the scooter. I'm heading home. And I forgot that you had asked me to stop at Lululemon on the way home and pick something up for you. I actually flew past Lulu. I went like...
I have to back you up because you FaceTimed me when you were waiting on Jim to come down. And I'm in full makeup and like my hair's curled, which if I'm not doing something, like we had an event this morning, that's the only reason why I'm like have makeup on. If I don't have anything, like I'm in bed. I mean, I'm not in bed. I'm not done up. I might be in bed. And you FaceTime me. I'm thinking like, fuck, I have to answer. Like, why would I not answer his FaceTime? So I jump into bed and I pull the covers like up to like my face and I like turn the light off and I'm like on my side and I'm like, hello. And you're like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just laying down, like whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what came over me. I was like, Rigby, because like the dogs were downstairs barking, but I was acting like I was upstairs with them because you'd probably be like, why are the dogs downstairs? Like, what are you doing? Right. And I'm like, Rigby. And I'm like, oh no, he grabbed a pair of my underwear. He didn't. He wasn't even there. He was an innocent man. And you're like, oh no. And I was like, I know, like he keeps taking them. Like, I don't have any. And you're like, oh, do you want me to stop and get you some? This is another reason why I thought you knew, because you were just off. I mean, you don't like to run errands for me, but you do run a lot of errands for me.
What do you mean? I don't.
You don't like to, but you do.
You send me to do all of your errands.
This is why the party was so hard, like because it was like us trying to do this, and you're my errand man and my like house prep guy, and there were so many things where I just thought, you know who'd be really good at moving this table? Justin. He's
not Bo.
And he can't help me. I know. So you're like, okay, I'll stop at the Lulu, and they had just closed the Lulu by the house, or you would have been like, why don't you walk the 2 blocks and go grab it? Right. You're like, okay, I'll stop at the one on Southport, whatever. And I'm watching your location and you fly past it and you're now a mile away from the house or whatever. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, no one is at the house. I'm getting all these texts saying traffic is insane. It's showing we're going to get there after 6. I don't know what to do. And then you go back and then you FaceTime me again. I'm already out of the bed. I don't know, refreshed myself, dusted myself off, and I have to jump back under the covers, pull the covers up. And I'm like, and you're like, thankfully you had the camera facing out and you're like, which kind? Do you want the high rise, the mid rise? Like, do you want these colors? And I was like, yeah, those are good. Those are good. And I'm thinking, I almost called the store and said, my husband's going to come in. He has a red beard. Please stall him. Like he has a party, but I was afraid you were already going to be at the desk. And then they were going to be like, wait, there's a guy with a red, and it was just going to, so I was like, okay, less is more, less is more. So you finally pick out the underwear and you're like, okay, I'll be on my way. And no one's at the house. Like, not a single soul. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm the surprise. And then the doorbell rings and it's Dansby and Mal. And I'm like, please get inside. Please get inside. Finally, we have people here. This is great. And other teammates are texting like, does it mean get there at 6? Or is that when the surprise is going to be there? Or is that when Justin? And I'm like, guys, just get here as fast as you can, please. He's like up 4 seconds away on his freaking scooter. Lightning McQueen. And so literally it's Dansby and Mal, and we're just like at the kitchen island standing there. And they're like, okay, cool. So at one point I was like, maybe you just sit at the island and Mal and I hide and Justin walks in the house and you're like, surprise, I'm in your house. And then I think Jameson and Claire get there, and that's
Boyd.
and Matt Boyd gets in at the last second and run, because he was like, "Oh, I'm going to be there so early. Don't even worry." And then everyone just got trafficked. Like they fully were like, they were done by, I think everyone tried to go home and then come back, and that was the mistake. I think they should have just come straight to our house. They should have just said doors are open at 4 if you'd like to come by, and then he'll be there at 6. But it was kind of cool because you got there and then it was surprise, and then it was almost like a Bachelor in Paradise entrance of like who's going to be
people just
entering the villa, like who's coming in, and then it was like, oh my gosh, hey, and I think people continued to get there for like 45 minutes, but I was just relieved that it was done. And
also when I came home, I came in through the alley in the garage.
Yeah.
So like open the garage, I'm coming in, our back gate was open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird. Why is the back gate open? And I like look, and there's people in our backyard. And I'm like, I think someone's setting up in the wrong yard.
Hibachi.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were hibachi guys.
Yeah.
Like they just brought like a table in or 2 tables in.
Yeah.
And I was like, someone's setting up like in the wrong yard.
Yeah.
And I walk in, and then I see you guys there, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is the surprise party for 15.
This is a surprise. Here it is.
I had so many flags,
and then everything was like, wow.
And I just didn't.
I think I need to retire though. Honestly, I think I need to retire from surprises. They're
you
so
said that
stressful.
After 30, you're going to keep doing them.
I know. And then I feel like after like hiding that I was pregnant, like at Corey's birth, like it's just like it's stressful. But it's actually kind of crazy how good of a liar and how like smooth I am to like just pivot on things that are happening. And
yeah, it's not a good thing that it's that easy for you.
No, it's all good. But it was a good night. It was fun to get your teammates together. I don't know. I enjoyed it. We had a good time. Hibachi's a wild experience. I'd never done one at a house.
Those guys were crazy too.
They were fun. They went to pull out this fire show, and I'm just staring at the trees all around us, just thinking like, okay, I hope they're professionals. Yeah. Trivia was great. We had a blast. It was fun. But yeah, it was stressful. And now I feel like once it's done, it was like that relief of like, okay, we can just enjoy it now. I don't have to be high stress. I don't have to hide my laptop screen or make sure something's not open on there. And you're going to see it. So
it was cool to get everyone over. And I think hopefully we have a few more of those coming up here shortly in this next month, 2 months.
Yes, that's for
Celebrating good things.
Yes, so. Let's do it. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. A reminder to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And we're also on YouTube, so you can watch all of the episodes there. And as always, leave your ratings and reviews and comments. I love to read them. But thanks for listening, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bum 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 bum.